All right, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday morning. I can't stop doing videos just because it's the weekend. Stuff on my mind. It's always something on my mind. And a lot of times it's worth sharing. I think most of you would agree. Two incredible WebBot hits, I think so anyways. I'm going to read you. One's from the May WebBot report or Alta report. The other one is from the May Bitcoin cryptocurrency report. But before I get into that, someone sent me an email. I said, man, I was actually just listening to your 2013 video you did on the John Titor series, which I think was part 1, 2, 3, and 4 maybe, where I basically read the whole story from John Titor, this alleged time traveler, and just what he said the future is going to be like. And it's pretty, incredible when you actually read it all. And he said, man, you talked about something about decentralized currency. It blew me away with all the cryptos right now. So I'm like, I totally forgot about that. There's a massive John Titor story. I can't remember everything in there, of course. But thanks for reminding me. So I thought, let me go look this up real quick. What type of money system do you have on your world line? He says, it's not very different than it is now. Yes, we have money and credit cards. However, like everything else, the monetary system is decentralized. That's what the point of all cryptos, every and all cryptocurrency, decentralization, right? Decentralized monetary system. Banking is based mostly around the community structure. Notice how he said banking. Banking is based mostly around the community structure. There are no multinational banking or computerized economic systems. There are also no income taxes. So I take that second to last line. There are no multinational banking. One world order, one world system, right? That doesn't happen. And there's also no computerized economic systems. But he's saying that, and I'm not sure if you'll take it the same way I am, in the full sentence, there are no multinational banking or computerized economic systems. To me, that means, let me reword it the way I'm taking this. There are no multinational banking or multinational computerized economic systems. See, that's how I'm taking that. But nonetheless, decentralized. How's it decentralized? Oh, and there's no income taxes anymore. Imagine that. So just as a real quick, that's not what this video is about. Little bonus I throw out there because someone emailed me about it, my video from back then covering his story. And just for a little bonus, I want to, the whole feminine movement, that's happening in certain places right now. The liberal left, super left, feminism and all this crap. Again, I have nothing against a woman who decides I want to work or I want to be the breadwinner. I have absolutely nothing against that. But the super duper, like anti-man, pro-women feminism, that's, I got a problem, come on. But it's an interesting thing he says here. You said the position of a woman is controversial and conservative in 2036. So again, we go back to a conservative family type. I think that's not a bad idea. What does that mean, he asked. It certainly isn't disrespectful. I apologize if it sounded that way. It's one of those areas I realize will be difficult to discuss because we may lack similar experiences. In 2036, there is no desire, there is not a desire to have it all. Materialistic, I got to have everything. He starts off by saying that. And then he says, which with such factors as the difficulty in conceiving and the decentralization of production and industry, there is not an unrealistic scramble to have a career and a family. Out of necessity and circumstance, family life has become more traditional. However, there are many families where the wife or mother is the main breadwinner and the husband or father remains home with the family. The difference is in the method of decision making. People do not have children, because he says it's hard to have children during his time period because of radiation problems or whatever, I guess. Which actually, I don't know if that's why. I'll be honest, I have to reread the whole thing to figure out if that's the real reason why. It may, because he talked about it's like, you got to distill the water and everything else. So I don't know. Or was it simply all the shots and the GMOs all up until this time? Because he does talk about GMO seeds at one point. But the difference, so what he's saying is people do not have children, even if they're able to, he says, unless they can devote the required resources to maintain it. So in other words, let me give you an example. Riffraff moves into your neighborhood. Riffraff's getting bailed out by the government, i.e. you, through your taxes. They're paying $200, $300, $400 a month on a $1,400, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 house payment or rent payment. And they've got one kid, they've got two kids, they got three kids, and a new baby's on the way. Why not? I'm not paying for it. I don't have to devote all this extra time and effort and money. I'm getting help, getting government assistance. But then this happens, according to him, this big war and everything, and that crap goes out the window. Now all of a sudden, you're in a position that says, there's nobody giving me anything. Honey, are we going to be able to raise another child right now, or our first child? No, we're not in a position to do that. Okay, we're going to have to wait, right? And that's honestly how it should be these days. Anyways, a little bonus material. I want to get into this WebBot stuff right now. Again, both are from the May WebBot report, Alta report, and the May Bitcoin thing. One little paragraph, two paragraphs. I'm going to read out of the May cryptocurrency report, whatever, from Cliff High. And again, if anyone wants this, it's still valuable. It talks all about cryptos, when they expect it to move, and some interesting time frame we're entering right now in June. In that space, it's $99. His website is halfpasthuman.com. You can pay him via Bitcoin. You can pay him via PayPal, not donation, but a $15 payment. Oh, excuse me, not this one. Sorry, the WebBot crypto one is $99. But you can pay for that with PayPal or whatever. The other one, the regular WebBot report, is $15. But here we go. So I've got this two incredible WebBot hits. May WebBot Bitcoin report thing, right? Here we go. One little section. Crypto space, meaning cryptos generally, all cryptos. The flow of emotional energies as a daily moving average projection from the emotional sums has the 4th of June being the instigation point, the motivation, whereas the 9th, which is today, as I'm doing this video, is the 9th of June 2017, 8:46 p.m. And just to give you, I always have to do a quick little search on the price so I can get it live real quick. Again, over $2,800 currently for Bitcoin. I already looked a little while ago on Ethereum. I don't even need to look. It was over 280 or 281. Okay. If you look at the prices of those two things on or about the 4th through to the 9th today, boy, have they had a nice run. But, so it says where Sums has the 4th of June being the instigation point, the motivation, whereas the 9th is indicated to be the point of actual motion achieved. So I'd say we've achieved liftoff here recently. The emotional sums rise from the 9th onward through to the 24th, again all June 2017, at a grade or rate that suggests crypto space will be, as the data shows, highly charged throughout June, but in a rush or surge from the 7th, 2 days ago, to now. Again, look at the charts. I think that was a spot-on statement. The surge language sets are filled with risks and risks exposed language. Some of these latter sets are cross-linked over to sets about scam coins. And I want to talk for 1 second about that. I just saw Bix. It's amazing. I've got my email to do. Oh, my videos. It's 8:30. I'm getting a little late start. I usually start at 8. Oh, there's an email from Bix. His normal subscription thing. Beware of the scam coins. I was just going to talk about it. This is fantastic. Love it. I'm getting hit with emails. Joe, what about this coin? There's a new ICO about this coin. Initial coin offering. What about this one? What about that? Guys, there is a massive amount of coins, crypto coins out there and coming, and will be continuing to come as newcomers. There are going to be scams. His reports have been talking about this for a while. This isn't the first time he mentioned it, but it's in here right now, and I'm going to remind you. The safest move you can make, Bitcoin and Ethereum, end of discussion. Buy and hold. If it dips, there's a big crash that comes down and then it recovers. Before it recovers, jump in and get some more. Done. And I don't care if it's $5,000 for Bitcoin and a big crash comes and brings it down to $3,800 or something. you're going to buy some more. Yes, at $3,800 for one freaking Bitcoin, but again, you can fractionalize that down to lower amounts if you need to and ride it back up if you can afford to do so. So the scam coins are going to be out there. I'm sticking with the normal stuff that I already know. Bitcoin, Ethereum. I got lucky, got in on Veritasium, which, as you've seen, I got in at $6. Other people got in at $2. It's now pushing $60+ today as I do this video right now. There's been a few instances where it was even much higher, a lot higher. Like 1-to-1. I saw one almost 1-to-1 with Ethereum. Practically it was. Couple, 2 or 3 trades actually. That's not normal. But anyways, a separate rising thread of emotional sums starts in as model space has progressed forward from the 6th. This set is dominated by words around expectations and wishes and hopes and other language, all going to the idea of a very strong emotional attachment to the expectations about crypto space. And this is a killer. This is the last line. This is the one. Okay, this is the one I want to talk about right now. The expectations language sets and their emotional sums are suggesting that there will be an increasing number of articles as well as exposure of the crypto space to a wider audience. Why? What does he mean? So something's going to all of a sudden take crypto space, expose it to a wider audience. Oh, is that me? Is that Jay Stipple? No. No, sir. How about Jim Cramer, MSNBC? Pick this stock. Colin Cramer. We like this stock? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'd probably buy some shares of that one. What do you? Yep. Can I get a little ding dong? Ding 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 ding. Yep. You know, Jim Cramer. He's got his own TV show. Guess what? This is from today, June 9th. Article, Zero Hedge. Jim Cramer goes batty. Quote, Bitcoin may hit $1 million. Act now before it's too late. CNBC reports Cramer says it's possible Bitcoin could reach $1 million one day. Jim Cramer's analyst of Bitcoin provides a perfect example. It's hard to know when bubbles will end, but when analysis goes ape crap batty, it's easy to know the bubble exists, it says. Blogget also mentioned the downside. Bitcoin could go to $1 or could go to $1 million or fall to 0. Whoever this Blogget guy is, whatever. New target, $1 million, whatever. So anyways, the point being is Jim Cramer, Mr. Stock Guy, pump and dump extraordinaire, as far as this mainstream, lamestream stock stuff goes, is now talking. You know, he's got a wide audience, regardless if they're sleeping, a sheep, whatever. Huge audience this guy has access to. Jim Cramer goes batty. Bitcoin may hit $1 million. Act now before it's too late. Webbot, I'd say that was a nailed it moment. Now on to another one. May 2017, Webbot report or Alta report. This would be the $15 one. And I'm going to start off by reading you the article, again from Zero Hedge because they're covering it. Amazon, Apple just flash crashed what they call the FANGs, which is Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, whatever. Apple, Amazon. FANG's worst day since election. Amazon and Apple flash crashed moments ago, which was actually a few hours ago now that I'm doing this video. And he just shows all the stocks getting hit pretty hard. So I don't need to show you that. I'm sure you probably heard the news. So all of a sudden we have a flash crash of the tech stocks, right? Check this out. And I added a little more, in other words, where the particular part is in this page or two that I'm about to read you. I'm starting a little early and ending a little later just to give you a kind of where we are within the report rather than just go strictly to one little paragraph and say this is it. All right. So there may be a little bit in here that's not exactly related, but I want to just start before it and after it. Most of these frantic Federal Reserve sets are either cross-linked or in direct supporting chains for a deflationary event or period, ? It is difficult to decide whether the data is describing an event or a period in time And perhaps the best description is an event that definitely starts a period. These sets are describing a crashing in valuations that will be described as deflationary. The deflationary nature of the event is showing in the data as beginning very early in the trading day, which I don't think these flash crashed early in the trading day, but I'm just going to keep going because, again, this part's about the Federal Reserve stuff. Very early in the trading day and proceeding over the morning to suck in attention from around the world. These sets have details for the Federal Reserve staff people to be freaking out and acting out and drunk in public and throwing chairs, as well as many other sets indicating really bizarre behavior. So again, that first part's not related to what I want to talk about. But again, I thought it was interesting. Let's start with the whole page rather than just one little piece. And clearly this hasn't happened yet, whatever they're talking about. There are new data sets for yet more flash crashes. Here we go. These appear to be market independent as the data is forecasting the flash crashes to be hitting all manner of debt-based assets. These sets have extensive crosslinks over to deflation sets. The flash crashes are forecast to become something of their own problem, and that the data would have them be causing systemic ripples that threaten to become waves. The data has a stated fear emerging of a flash crash wave that would rip the system in half. These sets have the flash crashes mostly being recovered to their previous levels within a short period of time. However, there are forecast to be outlying flash crashes that will be taking months to regain to previous numbers, if they do so at all. Speaking of a flash crash, in which stocks? The big giant tech guys got flat. They had a flash crash? The big ones? The only ones that are holding the damn stock market up? Whoa. Let me just continue, though, about the rest of this report. In some instances, model space is presenting bad weeks in which whole asset classes will take hits on their relative valuation that will be in double-digit drops. These are not showing as being recovered as in most of the flash crash sets. Now, that's interesting for one reason here. Bad weeks in which whole asset classes. Now, you could easily just say, well, the whole stock market. Yeah, but there's, again, within there's lots of subsets of classes. Again, whole classes, you could say. How about the tech industry? That's a separate class within the stock market. The tech industry as a whole. And the tech industry just got slaughtered. It wasn't, not necessarily slaughtered, but it was a big flash crash. It was a large movement down in all of them. Okay. The debt space linguistic structure gains new growth, forecasting an unexpected problem, in that the bond sales of existing USA officialdom debt are indicated to be escalating rapidly and noticeably over May and into June. Now, I'm not sure. I have heard of some few issues with the bonds, by the way. Nothing that's a four-alarm fire or anything, but there's been some issues with the bonds lately. The descriptors have the return to wild swings and big holes in the bonds market as being a systemic risk indicator that will, in its turn, act as a prompt for gaming behavior in which sharks will be seen circling the wounded bonds. The bonds are not the only financial asset class that is wounded. The data sets have the entirety of the subprime auto loans paper as dumping into the toilet before, over the course of weeks, also jumping into the toilet. These sets have cross-links over to other areas such as metal space, which would be like precious metals and whatnot, where the downward plunge of the debt-based assets, such as subprime auto loans, are indicated to be temporally coincident with upward pressures on precious metals, or it says on metals prices. The subprime auto loans are not the only debt as an asset class that is indicated to be greatly reduced in value over 2017. The new growth in the debt space around the subprime language is also now including student debt, which is the largest quote-unquote asset, if you call something that's not being paid on an asset, of the federal government outside of lands and population, is now showing as going subprime over the course of only a few months. These sets are related to the civil society breakdown forecast to be ongoing over the rest of spring, Northern Hemisphere. These sets are in direct supporting positions to the very long-term forecast from several years ago of the breakdown of the USA Pop social contract as being responsible for the abandonment wave of U.S. securities and derivatives. The new supporting sets have the social unrest in USA Pop waxing and waning over spring and summer, Northern Hemisphere, but the confidence shaking is showing up as starting in early May. So I think we do have a couple of WebBot hits that were pretty darn accurate, if you ask me, or else I wouldn't be doing the video. Both crypto space, a flash crash space of a related asset. How about the tech bubble? I mean, come on. Oh, it just got lucky. It got lucky. Don't know about that. I can't wait for the haters. Come on, haters. Give me those thumbs down like you always do. As soon as the video starts, thumb down, thumb down, thumb down, thumb down. They're like sitting at their sleep board, you know, or the sleep board. See, I'm going to say keyboard. Maybe it is a sleep board for them because they're sleeping at their desk. And then as soon as they get to hear their email thing coming, they got a special email account. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Jason just did a video. Let me rush in there and give thumbs down as fast as I can. Seriously, you should see the second I release a video, how fast the first few thumbs down come in. It's just like almost instant, like as if there's a bot, and there might be, that just as soon as it sees it, oh, go in and fake out a few thumbs down. I don't like this guy. I could tell you, you know, man, the religious view, they were right. They got it right. Jesus Christ is real. He came down. I met him. I have video of this. Check this footage out. It's mind-blowing. It went viral. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. At the same time, I could say the complete opposite. You know, Lucifer came down instead. It wasn't Jesus. Thumbs down, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I love you haters. There's just a few of you. If you can't tell, you're wasting your time. Because your few little thumbs down I get every day are absolutely being destroyed by the massive thumbs up that I get. Which means everybody knows what the hell's going on. You're trying to persuade them not to, you know, give me a, like the video sucked, give me a thumb down. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. So, keep hating. Haters gonna hate. Yep. So, on to the next one.